Black people are an obsession. The world is obsessed with us. It was never hate. It's always been envy. It's always been envy. It was never hate. We thought it was hate this whole time. They don't hate us. They envy us. They want everything we have. They want to be us. They want our demeanor, our swag, our lingo, our abilities, our intellectuality. They want our brain power. Believe it or not, they've convinced us that black people can't read. Black people usually are the dumber ones in the classroom, whatever the case may be. But honestly, that's not true. And a lot of black people have gone on to believe that. So, you know, when you believe that, you don't even try sometimes. That's a whole nother conversation. But they've put certain things not only in black people's minds, but in other people of color's minds around the world. So not only do white people envy us, but other people of color envy us, and then they pass it off as hate, and they discriminate against us and all of that, but do everything that we do. They want to talk like us, they want to walk like us, dance like us, copy our music style, K-pop. You get what I'm saying? They and don't get me wrong, I don't have any hate for none of these people, but my thing is, it's so weird that y'all act like we're the scum of the earth, but copy our every single move.
Exactly.
From the way we speak, to music, to fashion, to everything. The fashion world, these big fashion houses, guess what they get their inspiration from? The ghetto, the hood, the streets, hip hop. You get what I'm saying? They get it from all types of black people from every end of the spectrum. They don't actually hate us. Because when you hate somebody and you feel like you're better than somebody or a group of people, you don't copy what they do. You don't mimic what they do. You get what I'm saying? You don't even engage in stuff that's of their life.
Exactly. So why would you say that you hate a person when you try to do everything that they're doing, and at the same time you say that you don't love them? I mean, if you don't love them, why do what they do? Why try to be like them? Why try to copy their stuff? There are a lot of things that I can try to remember back, because like black people or Africans, we were taken as people who are low, but you realize that people are loving our things. People just want to try our things. It reminds me of this I don't know how to call him, this white boy who came and said that our soap is poop or something. But then I believe that he went to purchase it because he saw it so important, because our folks, their skin are so clear because they're using this soap. And then he goes and purchases it and uses it and then says that it is like a poop. Why? If it's like a poop, why did he have to buy it? And this is a true example that shows that these people, they just like getting into our business. They like doing what you want to do. I mean, they just want to provoke us in most of the things that we do. In as much as they hate us, they also envy us, So let's watch the video again.
And so it's not hate, it's envy. Y'all ever been in school, and especially when you was younger, and kids would be like, I don't like you, or I don't like her because, and they never have a real explanation. They just say because, and then now y'all fighting and y'all beefing in elementary school and middle school for no reason, when really the basis of that is envy. They want something you have. They want to be you. They want to look like you, whatever the case may be. On a larger scale, that's the rest of the world to black people. And more specifically, I'm gonna be honest, black Americans. That may be a whole nother conversation. And don't get me wrong, black Americans obviously get a lot of stuff directly from Africa. I mean, because we're originally from Africa, so our ways we're literally African American, you know what I'm saying? It's African based regardless, right? But you know what? That's a whole other TikTok. The message I want to send to all my fellow black people out there is, if you ever feel the effects of racism and it kind of gets into your head and makes you subconsciously feel like you are less than, or you feel like, damn, I'm hated because I'm black, or me and my people are hated or looked down on, or looked at like we're just the scum of the earth and we're just bad people by nature or something, remember that it's the total opposite. These people worship us. Honestly, exactly. They do. They fake like they don't. They pretend like they hate us, but they copy everything we do. They worship us. They want to be us. We lead them. We lead the pack. We lead the trend in everything. You get what I'm saying? So remember to walk with your head high. I'm not trying to get deep in all that, but to be honest, I need y'all to remember to walk with your head high as a black person, because you literally are what everybody wants to be. You get what I'm saying? And the proof is online. The proof is out in the world. The proof is in everyday life. I'm not just making this shit up.
I agree.
They want to be us. So don't let them get in your head and make them think that they think they're better than you. because they don't think that, they know they're not better than you, but they want you to think that, so you don't know who you are and what you have and what we are as black people. You get what I'm saying?
I'll go ahead and finish watching his video, but he is the primary.
You know what? Sometimes back we usually thought that we have some people who are superior than blacks, and most people, even in Africa today, still worship these people. But I believe that they just don't know the truth. If only they could have known the truth about these things that are happening, and it should be a reversed thing, because some Africans still believe that white people are greater. They have led through a lot of things to the African mind, because in our schools we are taught that we were colonized, and they brought us a new civilization, and now we could even use the phones, we can use the technology, we can enjoy speaking in English because we were colonized. But I'd rather say this: in as much as they brought that into our eyes, but we proved to them that if we had the same opportunity as black people, or if we had the same, because we've passed through a lot of historical traumas, both Africans, African Americans, Black American, ADOs, and all those groups. You realize that we have passed through a number of traumatic situations as black people, because as time was going, we were behind the clock, because these people began using technology and all those stuff, while we back in Africa, we never even knew something to do with technology. And so our exposure is different from them, while they were used to those kinds of accomplished technological advancements, while we in Africa were just using traditional forms of things. And so matching up with them could be difficult. But with that, you realize that we have still managed to survive by ourselves, do some things by ourselves, until then they have interest again in Africa. And you'll see a number of them venturing in Africa because they know we can do better. They know we can do something which is great when given chance. Okay, let's continue watching what this lady has to say about this issue again.
Emotion they have towards us is jealousy and envy, and they're expressing that through hate. He goes to mention that he's referencing that you can see their envy in just how their trends. All their trends is inspired by us. The music, they're inspired by us. I'm sorry, I have hiccups. The way they dress is inspired by us. I didn't learn this information until my mid-20s when I was on my journey, because majority of my life, I would say with the first 20 years of my life, I was around predominantly white people. Damn near, I would say about 90% of anybody that was around me between since birth up until my first couple of years of college, they were white people. Now, I wasn't fortunate enough to have a parent to raise me to be conscious about my blackness. As a matter of fact, both my parents, in my mind, they basically wanted me to be just a coon, essentially. So when you're a high schooler and you're around these white kids and they look down on you, right, and then still copy the things that you do, it just didn't make any fucking sense. So in my mid-20s, I started doing my own little research, and I came across 2 books that helped me understand the psyche of the European mindset. And I'm talking about the conquering mindset of the European. And these 2 books, when I tell you that when you read these 2 books in conjunction to each other, you do your own like separate, research and study and stuff like that. These 2 books right here, there's no way you can be a coon after reading these 2 books. Now, this book right here, this is a tough read, okay? This is a tough read if you are a black person that respects the American education system, which I know most black people don't, but there are a sector of black people out there who swear by the American education system. This right here debunks all of that. So everything that you thought was real in terms of philosophy, psychology, even sociology of how we interact with each other and how we view our society was stolen from us. You know what I'm saying? So this book right here helped me with that. Now, this book right here, this shit right here, this needs to be in every black person's home. Honestly, after reading this, you can't possibly be a coon. You can't, it's mentally impossible. That book illustrates how truly envious they were, down to the point where they stripped you of everything. I'm not talking about just religion. They stripped you of everything because they wanted it. And you know what's funny? Stolen Legacy. I'm gonna do a video on Stolen Legacy and how fucking funny that shit is. But it's true.
I need you to really listen to me when I say this right now. It was never hate, because if it was hate, like he said, they would never copy us. There is no way I can look at somebody and despise what they do and go on to do it, and not only do it, to try to have ownership of the thing, to act like I was behind the creativity of it. Especially if I thought that what I was doing was ghetto and makes me look dumb and make me look unprofessional, quote unquote. This is what the world hates. Understand that they've been teaching us from the beginning of time that people in Africa, they don't have anything down there, or in Haiti and all of these places where it's predominantly black people. They have been teaching us that there ain't shit going on, that there is nothing even there. But somehow these people are still alive and striving. They have been putting us in projects, in ghettos, since right after slavery, because they didn't give us a chance to get where they at. But look around. There are black-owned businesses that came from the gutter. There are people who have done amazing things as black people in a society where we are the dumber ones, quote unquote. We are the ones, and if you are thinking technically, we are set behind hundreds of years. Everybody, I hate when we say that blank people have blank privilege. They go around and say, you can do the same things as me. My kid can get in college as you, and this and that. Yeah, we might have equal opportunities now, quote unquote, and that's not even realistic. We could have equal opportunity, but we were set back hundreds of years. We shouldn't even be in the same playing field. That's like setting off a race and telling somebody to start running 100, 300, 400, 500, 600 years before. You know how hard it would be for me to catch somebody 600 years ahead of me, and forget the 600 years or 500 or 300, even 100 years, but get the 100 years. Think about the psychological effects it will have on me to be that far behind because of them. And then imagine you tell this person to run a couple hundred years before, and they're leaving.
I mean, wait. It's just like the same thing that I've just said before. Somebody has run for quite a number of kilometers, and then they want to compete with them. And the same thing which I was just trying to describe, Africans and those people who brought all these problems in Africa, because there is no way, in as much as they term us as a third world country, they should understand that they already began even before us. They had the technological advancement even before us. So like we're just trying to figure out what's good for us. And they realize that if we had equal opportunities as Africans, we could have been better than them, because I mean, you could just see what's happening today, because most of them are coming back to Africa, trying to invest in Africa, which shows that if we had equal opportunity, I mean, the technological advancements that we all had, we could have been somewhere much, much far as compared to what it's being shown over here.
Eating and alligators and all type of stuff in the way of your success, and you have to psychologically deal with that PTSD and the way that your life has been put. Besides that, like he said, they try to make us come out like we the dumber ones, but you got to understand, we never had to try. And the fact that we are even close to another person of that's not colored at all goes to show who I wouldn't say the bigger person is, but who they think the bigger person should be. The fact that they can even look to us and think that we would even be reasonable enough to be in the same room with them or to behave, it shows what they really think of us. The fact that they look to us for opinions. If we say it's lame, it's lame. If we say it's lame, it's lame. If we say it's cool, it's cool. It might take a little time. They might try to make us seem dumb for it or make us look ghetto, but that's why it's always been deeper than clothes and hairstyles. Because when our people did it, we were ghetto and they would use these things against us, but everything we did was so clever. The color, the creativity is natural to us. And you know, your parent never tell you, let me just tell you, my dad told me this a long time ago. People, you think that something is common. You would think it would be common sense, but not everybody gets what you get. So it's uncommon sense. Not everybody understands as quick as you. The things that people have to work for and learn are things that come to you with ease. You don't think about those things. You have room to think about other stuff. So for us to be the ones constantly taking L's throughout history, or so they say, and still to this day going through these things, for the people to copy us and to look at us and still think they're better than us is pure delusion. It's delusion, narcissism. That's all it is. You gotta look at everything going on around the world, bro. I hate to say it, everything is copied from a person of color. I'm gonna say specifically a black person. Hairstyles, clothes, music, everything that really mattered to us. Creativity, the creativity behind it come from a black person. And that's just as simple as that.
Okay, I want to respond to this person's TikTok because it's something I thought about a lot when I was traveling.
So I hope you agree with everything which is happening here, that it's true that you can't say that you hate a person and then you want to do the things that they do. Alternatively, we can say that they hate and also envy you at the same time, because at the back of the mind, they know that you're better than them. So even the hairstyle that the sister talked about, we could see some Japanese, white people trying to also put dreadlocks, which is something which is African, you know. So guys, tell me what you think in the comment section about this issue. If you're watching this video for the first time, you can consider subscribing to my channel. If you are viewing this video for the first time, kindly consider subscribing to the channel. If you're a returning back subscriber, thank you so much. Thank you, I really do appreciate. So give me your constructive comment about this issue in the comment section. Until then, let's meet on our next video. See ya.